Why don't you tell me your name and where you're from?
Okay, I'm Erica Tuttle. I'm originally from Fairport, New York, which is a suburb outside of Rochester, New York.
And how did you become a Mormon?
I've always
Were you
was born
born
into the church.
And your parents were both born into it?
Both of them. Yeah, I had great grandparents that actually came across the plains with Joseph Smith and Brigham Young and Marin Nauvoo.
And where you were raised outside of Rochester, was Mormonism a majority or a minority religion?
I would say it was probably a minority religion, but it was pretty big there. We had a big ward or congregation where I grew up, and I would say it was a minority, but because Joseph Smith grew up right kind of 20 minutes away, people knew about the Mormons and were more familiar than you might find in other places of the country.
And we also have Elder Adams and I forget how to pronounce it. Polson. Elder Polson. And I just really think this is interesting that most 19-year-old boys and girls are not into going around and evangelizing, and they're more interested in hanging out with their buddies or finding out what the basketball scores are, the playoffs, what's going on. So you were a missionary as well, were you? Or no?
No.
No. Was your husband though?
My husband served in Peru.
Okay. And can you tell us a little bit about your missionary experience?
Yeah. It's been a lot of fun up to this point. It's, like you said, it's not something that people normally want to do, and it definitely has its challenges, but it's something that we believe in, something that we know is true, and something that definitely pays off in the long run, spiritually and emotionally.
And are there certain rules that you have to follow through your missionary experience? Or you were telling me you can't call home, right?
Right.
There's a whole book of rules.
We call it the White Bible.
The White Bible?
Yeah.
The Book of Rules?
Yeah. It's the missionary handbook of instructions.
And this is just for during your missionary?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
But it's mostly to make sure we're using our time effectively, that we're staying out of trouble, that we're not getting into bad situations.
Right. But you can't go home, right? Can you?
Twice a year.
Twice a year.
Twice a year. And unless there's an emergency, like one of the guys we live with, his grandma died, so he got to call him and talk to him. There's a lot of things.
So other than having to follow rules, how is your life different now as a missionary than just when you were at home?
Because we try and focus on this full time, we don't do things like go to movies, we don't go on dates, we don't watch TV, we don't go on the internet except to email our family. But like if we were home, we definitely do all of that. So that's a little bit different.
And we only listen to spiritual music.
Church hymns and classical music composed before 1900s.
Oh, okay.
So it's